Hey guys, we now present to you Podcast Minute Talk Show does Rick and Morty, the musical.
I can't believe it. We've been waiting for this for so long. We know the fans have mentioned it countless times.
Yes, and if
we're
you're,
here to deliver.
we can answer your questions right now. Yes, there is a Pickle Rick musical number.
Anyway, we'll begin it in just a moment. We don't have a lot of time. So I guess that means since we do not have a lot of time, we should start it now because we are running out of time. Who should play Rick?
Not nose goes, not.
I want to be Rick. No,
Okay,
I don't deserve Rick.
No, you can be Rick.
All right,
You're
you be
called-
Morty. Sean and I will both be Rick.
All right, yeah, I'll be Morty.
Morty!
Morty!
Morty! Morty!
Hey, Morty!
Morty!
What's
Morty!
Up, what's up, Ricks?
Yeet.
I go to me workbench.
Lay an egg, Morty. Lay an
Lay an
egg.
egg. All right, I'll go to the workbench and then lay an
Turn
egg.
over the Pickle Morty.
Turn it over. Get ready for you hear the music.
I pushed. Hang on, I pushed this egg out of the way. That just laid.
Scene. Guys, thank you. I'm Aiden.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Tyler.
And you're listening to Podcast Minute Talk
The
Show.
musical.
We'll get it next time.
All right, thank you guys for joining us for this musical episode. Unfortunately, it's not a musical. I guess
It's a play.
it's a yeah. Oh,
You blew it.
I didn't.
Oh.
I thought that we just went into the first. I just did it like we did
You
before.
animal.
It's okay.
You monster.
I think we did it like that the last 2 times. Guys, we unfortunately for us, Tyler has come down with a horrible disease. He's got a case of the no sleepies. He got 1 hour of sleep.
Sean got 0.
Oh yeah, I stayed up all night. I didn't.
Yeah, okay, but you probably didn't. You probably are gonna. You're feeling good now, and then the crash, and then you'll still not sleep because insomniacs or whatever. And then you'll wait another day, and then
Listen, there's no need to bring up
and
this
then you
whole
can
medical history.
sleep
like right
for.
here, right now,
You can slumber eventually, and then you'll the cycle continues.
I'm I'm nocturnal more than I am an insomniac. I get usually the appropriate amount of sleep just in the daytime usually.
Is insomniacs they don't? Oh, I guess I'm more.
They don't sleep at all.
I guess I'm more aligned to that because
You have trouble sleeping?
yeah, but I wake up at like the same time. That's cool, right?
Yeah,
That
it's
is
just
cool.
your-
Kind of that's what a superhero would do.
Yeah.
Staying out late.
It's awesome. I need so many different things to function my body and feel good.
So many Flintstones gummies.
I take 2 multivitamins. I take iron pills. I take 3 Adderalls throughout the day. I take a Lexapro for depression. I got to take a melatonin to fall asleep. Self-medicate, crack as well, heroin, and just shit like that to feel just like Kurt Cobain was so good at medicating himself with heroin. I haven't finished. I'm reading his biography. I'm not at the end yet, but he's killing it right now. He's a huge rock star. I'm sure he's probably still killing it in 2020.
Yeah.
But anyway, and he's self-medicating his stomach problems with heroin, and so I figured if it worked for him so well, I don't know yet, but I'm assuming it does. Then it'll work for me. You guys read that book?
Yeah, but you got to get to the end. It's pretty surprising.
It's mind blowing.
Really? Is it like the Steve Jobs ending
Jaw dropping.
and the Steve Jobs autobiography when he stopped?
It'll blow you away. Yeah.
Yeah, right at the end when he just couldn't finish the best sentence. He said, "This next sentence is the best sentence I'm gonna ever write in my autobiography." And then he put a colon, and then he says, "I," and then there's a dash,
And
and
then,
there's he wrote it's onomatopoeia, but
He wrote his own final breath.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, he wrote it as it happened.
an
That's
asterisk. It says
Garbles.
Garbles.
That
yeah.
was his description of the sound he made.
even in death, he was a great writer.
A genius.
You know who? I talked about this earlier with you guys, with you guys listening, but with my pals Sean and Tyler.
our real
Are my real friends, not you phonies. No, I talked about this with you. Thomas Jefferson, man, fucking dick, but genuinely,
he had a baby with a slave.
I know he did.
tight.
Genuinely sucks, but out of all of the freaking founding fathers or whatever, dude, if we didn't have him, man, I don't even know because he had a way with his words, man. He was the writer guy. George Washington.
He could rap though.
George Washington. This is kind of why I like him too. But George Washington was not presidential type, dude. He was a freaking military-esque. Well, he was great, but I'm saying like as far as he wasn't educated very
Right.
well. He was like but yet he was just fucking patriotic and the best. And he wasn't even a great leader, dude. They lost more battles than they won, but he got people so hype on America genuinely.
Yeah, that's what made him a good leader. And he pulled through. He took that W.
He did
after a couple consecutive L's. But lose a battle, win the war.
Yeah,
kind of cheated though.
Well, how come?
He was using guerrilla warfare tactics when the British were still lining up.
Why the fuck would you ever line up in battle?
Yeah, but if it's like
I feel like even
global
Romans
rules
didn't do that shit.
No, the Romans didn't do that. It was you attack from I don't know. They did castles and stuff. This was when we didn't build castles no more. So you met in a field. You're like, okay, you guys go first, we go second, and you blow each other's heads off with fucking gunpowder.
It's lame.
You know what I loved about him too? Isn't it crazy back then, right? They didn't have the freaking White House, bro. The capital was still in Philly,
right?
So he lived in freaking Philly, right?
So no, he lived in. I'm pretty sure it was Virginia.
No, I mean when he was president, serving as president.
Oh, Thomas Jefferson?
No, George Washington.
Oh,
he lived in Philly, where at the time it was the capital of America.
Oh yeah.
And
they allowed to live there when they were writing up the Declaration of Independence and stuff. They were
but it was the capital at that point, and so all the shit was kind of done from there.
Yeah.
And then I think after him they moved. I think the next president moved to the White House.
Hang on, Colin's about to tune in. He's fact checking.
He's gonna be totally right.
So actually, during the time of Washington's presidency, the capital was in New York City.
Oh, the capital. But where did he live?
Well,
New York City.
He had a house in Martha's Vineyard in Virginia, and then
Where did he live during presidency?
he lived in New York City because that's where the capital was.
That's bullshit. I'm gonna look into this if our fact checker is wrong, we have to fire him.
I'm gonna look up the exact same words that our fact checker just typed in Google and find the one article.
You are partially correct because when he was reelected in 1972, the capital was moved to Philly before Washington, D.C. was established.
From
as the capital.
1790 to 1800, the city of Philadelphia was the new nation's capital and the president's house. His whole term was 90 to 97.
No.
Yeah.
That refutes what he said. He said that New York was the capital.
1792 is when the capital moved to Philly. Washington was president before 1792. He was originally elected
1777 is when it's when shit started.
I believe
took a few years, but then
I believe he was elected in.
No, he was elected from 89 to 97.
Exactly. So
it was during the capital for the majority of his time as a president.
But he started his presidency in New York City.
Who cares where he started? Where did he spend the most time as president?
That's not what you asked me.
What did I ask? I said, where did he live? I think you should assume the one that he spent most of his time at.
He lived in Virginia and New York City.
John Adams lived in Philly for a month until he moved to the White House. But I wouldn't be like, yeah, John Adams also lived in Philly. And by the way, that was an exaggeration, the month thing.
Okay, but during the war, the capital was also New York City. So for the entirety of the Revolutionary War and before that, the quote-unquote capital of the United States was New York City. So he would split his time between Martha's Vineyard and New York City. He was only in Philadelphia for about 6 years.
When was I? But that's irrelevant to the point I made initially, which was that when he was president, he didn't live in the White House. He lived in Philly. That's what I said. I mean,
I don't know. Dude.
During the Revolutionary War, that has nothing to do with him being president.
I don't know, man. Colin's looking this stuff up.
Colin's looking it up too, but Colin's looking it up, but he's refuting it with information that's not really relevant.
This is a history of the capital in the United States.
I didn't.
That's what I'm looking at. It specifically cites Washington's re-election in 1972. That was when the capital had become.
What's going on with the center camera?
What are you talking about?
It's blinking.
So what?
Is it going?
Why is it blinking?
Well, everybody at home, yes, we do record. We record the audio.
If you're
waves.
listening. Anyway, so as I was saying, while Washington was president, the
Jesus, can we get off of this?
The capital was Philadelphia.
Okay. And he lived in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
During his presidency.
Okay. And then what?
It's crazy. He was a fucking. Have you ever read his memoirs, bro?
No.
He's literally go Eagles, fucking go Birds.
That's
fucking
weird.
I love eating a cheesesteak and smoking weed. Literally, that's all. No, they all
wild.
smoked weed though. the founding fathers.
Yeah?
Yeah, they grew hemp.
Hemp.
And smoked it out of pipes.
Well, I
guess,
have
yeah.
hemp.
What do you mean, I guess, Tyler? How is that an I guess
It's
answer?
probably like pretty shitty strains,
Yeah, pretty weak shit.
Bro, 1776 strains were probably ass. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but why does that have to be an I guess?
Because it's
I've
not
smoked
like,
some
it's
ass
not like
strain.
it's not like weed that's around nowadays.
We got it down to a science.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably them just like planning.
Weed scientists have engineered the perfect
Dude, people grow it in their freaking closet, man. They're not scientists. They're
yeah, but
Yeah, but we're talking about like
there were
weed, like in
geneticists who
general.
created that shit in the first place to
I don't know,
be
doesn't
planted
weed
as
just grow
seeds.
from freaking UV light and shit? That shit just coming from the sun, right?
What the fuck? I'm talking about
I'm talking about marijuana plants.
What do you think I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
So like how
It's like like you like just how you grow it and stuff, and like
you think scientists
chemicals you use
were
to
looking
grow
at
it?
weed and figuring out how to get the
Now?
best strain to get.
now, yeah, we're saying that they didn't have that in 1776.
I have a feeling they didn't
Maybe not
have
scientists,
that
but
in
you
like
know,
40 years ago, and I
fucking-
doubt that the weed is much different from the shit we were smoking in the 80s versus.
Yeah,
No, I'm sure.
Okay,
I'm
from
sure that
the
the weed
80s
you're buying
somehow,
from
from
a
the
fucking
80s
drug dealer and shit is not that different from the weed someone was buying from a drug dealer 40 years
But
ago.
like nowadays, where do you think the weed is coming from drug dealers? Like it's coming from across like state borders from where it's legal and stuff, and that's coming from farms and shit.
I don't think the process of growing weed is that complex.
You'd be.
I don't know.
wrong.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that in 1776 they probably were just like doing it. They probably like got some pretty good weed, but it's probably better now because we're fucking modern times. We have science.
Well, Colin, that's not. He's saying that it was like not even the same. It was bad, and the strains were so.
Yeah, back then
Probably,
it was probably
yeah.
ass.
I feel like it.
They didn't have
can only be
they
so
didn't have
different.
pesticides
What are
and
you
stuff.
talking? Like,
I think that,
Oh my
there's
God.
not even. I don't
Like
know, man.
weed,
Growing everything else, there's not that much of a difference in the last 4.
Yes, are you serious?
Other than the freaking in the taste and
Everything,
shit.
yeah.
so
No, yeah,
wrong.
pesticides, man. Do you know how many how like it was like gross shit? It's just like strawberries are so much bigger than they're supposed to be. Like we have like all this fruit and stuff that is like abnormally larger than it is actually in nature and stuff. Like corn is not supposed to be like I don't know. Is corn supposed to be like perfectly yellow and stuff?
not really. I
Dude.
think,
I have
like
no fucking clue.
older
Corn, I'm
had-
iffy
was,
on
like,
corn.
Yeah, man. The orange was initially. No, I revoked my sentence from earlier. My
orange was
statement.
originally
Although
black. Didn't you know?
If I was like saying, that the founding fathers used to fucking love corn, I wouldn't go, ooh, I guess the corn was so different. I'd probably just be like, yeah, they liked corn in the 1700s.
I don't know what that.
I think that because Tyler, I said they used to smoke hemp, and Tyler said, ooh, I guess, and I didn't know what that meant. That's where this started from.
I'm saying that they can probably smoke hemp, but it's not as good as it is now. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
I'm not refuting that they didn't have like corn in the 1700s.
I'm saying, yeah, but I'm
I guess was just that it's not the same as it was now.
They got
Is
corn.
anything?
They got corn.
Not really. I guess.
Racism, I guess.
God, there it goes again, Tyler. I guess what? Not really. I guess.
Dude,
I
I'm
guess,
just
I don't
guessing
know.
all the
But
time.
maybe that. I guess. What, dude?
Don't know
It's gonna
facts.
cancel each other out, man.
Don't know facts.
You don't.
It's okay. It's okay to guess,
Yeah, man.
and it's okay.
That's
to
what
be,
our fact checker does all the time.
okay
He did it earlier about the
Oh my
the capital of
God.
the nation.
Wow.
Burn, bro.
You did your research
Burn.
yesterday, and Colin looked it up in 5 seconds.
And he got it, and he was wrong. So
wrong on what?
the information about the capital.
No, I don't think he was.
I said
Colin
during his
looks so
presidency,
sad
the
right
capital was
Colin,
Philadelphia.
he just told you
Hang on.
when the capital was in New York.
Oh,
and
he was
stuff,
like,
and when
no,
it switched
it
to
was actually
Philly.
New York.
Colin's
No,
tuning in.
after I
Colin's tuning in.
disputed it. No, I
Colin's tuning
I
in.
don't need to hear. Colin.
No. So I started my statement with the capital was in D.C. when he was elected, and he lived there. And then I did admit to you that the capital moved to Philadelphia, and he spent part of his presidency there. I was not debating with you on that.
No,
but
dude,
you
there was no
completely
admit.
denied
I had to
that
find that out on my own, man.
But you completely denied the fact that he lived in New York.
No, he lived in New York, just not while
Also-
freaking serving the term as president in his
Also,
little house on Market Street.
Weed has changed over the years in its potency because of how it can now be harvested they're able to get more use out of the flower than even since just the 1960s.
Question. So
Answer.
1600s, or I'm sorry, 1700s. We got and late 1700s. So not even that long ago. Like 200 something years ago, literally.
200 years.
200 that's not that long. 200 something years, man.
That's four. That's like that's
Dude, there's been 2,000 years
presidents
recorded, and there's been freaking. What did you say?
I said it's been like 45 presidents.
I think you're thinking too small of the scale, man.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just like America's a pretty young nation, I guess.
It is
when compared to like
all other nations.
So
my point is that when did weed become like we have presidents smoking it in the 1700s? All right, 1790. By 1960, it's super bad and illegal. Where is that?
So,
what are you saying?
So in the late 1800s.
Where did that start?
So in the late 1800s, weed was still
when
used.
People were like, "Never mind, you can't be smoking weed." That's what I mean.
Well, Collins
so in the late 1800s, weed was still used as a medical treatment for stomach ailments and things of that nature. And it was in the early 1900s that people began to use it recreationally, and then the government decided to vilify it because they didn't like the type of people who were using weed. It was a race thing.
Hey, Dave, I'm really sorry to ask this of you, but could you get like a paper towel or something, please? Because, I'm not gonna say because I don't want to be mean.
We're sweating pretty bad with
sweating real bad, guys.
with these real big historical questions,
guys.
God, it's pulling on the table. And it's about to spill.
I guess
all
what
over my
most of
legs.
you don't
Probably.
realize is that when we said musical, we meant history lesson.
It's a play. It's a play.
It's a play on
history. It's a play
history.
of Hamilton is.
Listen,
Hamilton's a musical.
If you can sit through 3 hours of Hamilton, then you can sit through 7 hours of. This is a 7-hour episode, guys. You can listen to 7 hours of us talking about George Washington and where he lived, because we're not going past that. We're not going any more. We're gonna instead of like expanding into George Washington's life, we're gonna hone in on the years 1989 to 1997 and where he lived. And pretty much as detailed as we can get.
1997?
17, whatever.
George loved Seinfeld. He watched it. He watched it whenever it came on the air.
Well, he was a Seinfeld fanatic, yes, but
Yeah.
even more than that, he was a big Friends fan, which is why we do not like him. That stupid liberal junkie. You know, they wanted to make him king. Isn't that crazy? They just beat the British, and they were like, George Washington, you should be king now.
No, yeah, that's kind of hilarious.
Luckily, George Washington was like, no.
We're gonna do other shit that's kind of similar to that, but you guys get to pick me instead.
Oh my god! Like
they're like, well, why don't you just be king forever?
George Washington had it figured out. He didn't want us to have like political parties because he's like, we're just gonna get divided with that shit. And then they wanted him to keep going, but he's like, after his second term, he was like, all right, I'm out. And like everybody just like copied that, and then they made it like the actual like law or whatever. But it's just like he could have been president for 50 years or whatever. And
he wouldn't do that. He made it so that there's. I mean, like he could have, but like if he wanted to, but he was the one who was. That's why again he's a G. He was the one who was like only 2 terms. I will not serve more than 2.
Probably. I mean, he was more of like a war hero as opposed to like a true man capable of running like a full country. So after 2 terms, he's probably like, this kind of sucks.
No,
I think I'm done with this.
No, before he went into it, he was like, a president can only like when he was like, okay, well, I don't know, I'm pretty not
really?
I'm pretty not right on this information, but he went something like, and again, this isn't verbatim. Oh yeah, I would love to be king, but what about instead if I did? All right, I just made this word up. It's called presidents.
Like what do we?
I'm sure he made it up.
What do we call you? Mr. President.
Yeah, and then what if I only serve 2 terms? Not because I'll get tired of it, like Tyler said, but more because I just think that's fair. I think it was something like that.
And I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay. And I don't know what I'm doing, so I guess it is kind of like what Tyler said on the podcast. Because, you know what? And then he said, it's mostly what Tyler said. Yeah, he kind of hit the nail on it. He will hit the nail on the head because this wasn't the past.
I mean, we only learned about American history in every fucking year of all of our education. They couldn't have covered something else cooler, like another country or some shit. So
yeah,
I'm surprised.
I guess
haven't absorbed much.
You know why, man?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's because American history is the only history that's bearable to listen to. All the other ones had boring stuff, I'm sure.
Because we win so much. we're the winners all the time, you know.
Yeah.
I just want to throw this out there for you guys. Isn't it crazy that Portugal used to be like a world superpower in the 15 and 1600s, and now they're just like that little side of Spain?
Isn't it crazy?
Gold and silver only get you so far, baby. It's all about oil.
It's crazy that in Europe they were like freaking so, I don't know what the word is, but had built up such a like, I guess, advanced society with like, you know, freaking jobs and an economy and market and all this, and then in other countries that they didn't even like know about, they were like still just so much more indigenous. Everyone developed at different rates. The Asian continent, they developed pretty freaking cool and fast, but they were riddled in tradition
history.
and family, and that's where they fail. You see, they should have fuck family.
Yes.
They should have known, man.
Adopt your children.
Adopt
please.
them.
Adopt.
Guys.
Do not have any birth children.
Speaking of adoptions,
Keep your womb dry.
keep your room dry.
Your womb or room?
Womb.
Oh yeah, first, yeah. Ooh. So basically, speaking of adoptions, guys, we're actually going to adopt, not literally, but
Keep your room dry.
we're gonna adopt
A pig.
an amazing interview in just a moment.
Oh my God.
When we interview our next guest.
That's right.
You may have heard of him. He's a up and coming actor who is starring in the new Batman movie. His name is Robert
And the old
Pattinson.
and the old Twilight vampire movies.
Robert-
he's starring in those old movies as well.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. Anyway, he'll be on in just a moment. We'll see you guys in just a second. Well, everybody, it's been a long break, but we made it. We survived another, break, and now we have a wonderful guest here, Robert Pattinson.
It's Pattinson.
Paddington,
Yeah. Pattinson.
like the bear.
No.
I love that movie.
Pattinson.
Anyway, Robert Pattinson is here, and we've got some freaking conversation to roll with you, my man.
All right. Yeah. Well, go ahead, take it away, I guess. You know.
Well, first things first, new Batman movie. Any spoilers you can give us?
Well, I don't want to spoil too much, but I fuck the Riddler. Yeah.
What?
The Riddler. The Riddler. Who's the Riddler?
Is it
Jim
a girl?
Carrey.
Oh,
He's coming back playing Riddler again.
Jim Carrey? You're fucking Jim Carrey on camera?
for how long?
It's not even part of the movie, really. I'm just,
Is it in the movie?
No, I'm just having sex with
Did you fuck Jim Carrey?
I'm just having sex with Jim Carrey.
Is Jim Carrey actually the Riddler, or did you just fuck Jim Carrey?
Well, he played the Riddler in the...
Yeah, but does he
the
play
older
him?
movie. Oh, God, no.
So you're just having sex with Jim Carrey, unrelated to the Batman. Do you have any
pretty
news
much.
that's more related to the Batman movie?
Not really.
Well-
I kind of show up on set. I read the script real quick, and then I just do my scenes, and then it's gone from my memory immediately.
That's fine. I'm a great host. I can adjust.
Good. You know, Jim Carrey was in The Mask.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that movie.
You never heard of The Mask?
No, you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I'll give you a little synopsis. It's like really good. So Jim Carrey is this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like me and you.
Really? Yeah.
Just an average guy.
Just kind of cool
Yeah.
dudes.
No, he's down on his luck.
Really?
He loves cartoons though.
All right.
So he's
I can dig that sort of.
You like cartoons?
Yeah.
So he's like
I'm a Betty Boop kind of guy.
Betty
Yeah.
Boop?
Yeah.
fucking weirdo.
What the fuck?
She's ugly. She's ugly.
That was my first crush. Jim Carrey was my second.
What about that chick from Twilight?
Who?
Jim Carrey.
No.
Carrey?
That chick from that singing movie.
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah. Oh no, never mind. Well, they're close enough, but not her. The other one.
Emma Stone?
No. What's her name, bro? She never smiles.
Taylor Swift.
Kristen Stewart.
Kirsten Stewart. Yeah.
Kirsten
Never
Dunst.
heard of her.
You never heard of her? You started a movie with her, man.
I can't recall, no.
Really?
I don't blame you.
Yeah, she's forgettable.
I don't think she. I think
The
she's
whole
okay.
the whole 8 movies is forgettable, man.
Yeah,
It was
I don't think
it was a
it's- I don't think
8-movie
it's-
series, and nobody's talked about it in the
I
last
don't-
10 years,
I
man.
don't
We
think
talk about
it's-
Harry Potter still.
I don't think it's fair to call someone forgettable. I've got a condition where I just forget things. That's why I don't really remember anything about the Batman movie.
Yeah, it already came out. You know that, right?
Oh, shit, no.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten no checks yet. Nothing's bounced.
No, apparently you didn't show up for filming. You forgot about that.
What? Was I recasted?
Ben
Yeah,
Affleck,
No fucking way.
but then he killed himself.
he killed himself in
He
real
hates
life.
the role, so Jim Carrey filled in.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey filled in.
Yeah, I know.
Beautiful bastard.
I know you'd be happy about that.
So I guess
the
things.
mask, right?
Well, I'm assuming what things you can pull from your memory. I'm assuming this might be one of them. How was having sex with Jim Carrey?
Oh, the greatest experience.
Tell
my
in
entire life.
detail. Do you remember it?
Soft.
Soft. As in your dick's not being hard.
Well, no, like pillowy, you know.
His body or his penis or his
Well, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
his ass.
don't
Like,
wanna
were you
out-
fucking him and his
I
ass
don't
was
wanna
pillowy,
out-
or was his
I
dick
don't wanna
pillowy
out
in your
Jim
ass, man?
First of all, I don't want to out Jim Carrey. Like
Okay,
that.
let's
I
not
don't
push
really,
it. It's
You
okay.
know, I don't want to.
Well, you've outed him enough, man. You outed him as gay.
Who said he was gay?
You.
It's a movie.
He has gay sex.
It's a movie star thing.
What? Can two men not love each other?
Yeah.
And
then
be
move
straight,
on,
yeah.
and then move on, and then move on.
Yeah, I believe two men can't love each other and fully
Jim,
move on.
Jim's
either way.
moved on. Jim's moved on.
It takes
I'm
long.
holding
Then I
strong
don't think
that
it was
he's
real
gonna
love,
come
man.
back
I don't
for
think
me.
it was real love. I'm sorry.
He's pretty.
Whoever said it was real love?
You
can
just said men love each other.
have temporary love.
Yeah. Love.
But then it's not real love, man.
I love a good piece of toast. I love a good.
That's not true love.
But that's not permanent. Yeah, exactly.
good
That's
book.
not permanent. I
A
never
good
said
book.
it was true love. But
I mean,
you
but when
know,
you're talking,
I'm holding out.
when you're talking to
that he can come back.
when you're talking to a partner and you're like, I love you.
I never say he was a partner.
He's just a
He
guy.
was a sexual partner.
He was a guy.
Okay, I get, but you're using partner in the term of like like a lover.
He was a lover. Was he not a lover? You
Like
made
a
love to him,
long-term-
man.
You don't get this.
You made
just
love
don't
to
get
him.
It.
That's
You just don't
fine.
get this.
How is it? Did he make a lot of facial expressions and stuff? He makes,
Yeah,
he makes
yeah.
There's really
faces.
good ones.
He really lightens up in bed. Not too jokey so much,
okay.
but very very kind and caring.
How did he mention how his career's doing? Because I mean, I know he hadn't really been in any movies, but then he got that SNL cold open gig, and I think maybe his career might be coming back now.
Yeah, I watch him on SNL a lot lately.
Really? Because he was only in.
Yeah,
I replay the same episode over and over.
It was Was he in more than just the cold open, Colin? No, yeah, it was just 13 minutes.
Yeah.
He had a
I've
show
just
on
been
HBO.
How many
watching-
times have you watched 13 minutes of him doing Biden?
I can't even count.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
That
It's
many?
a good impression. Yeah.
It is a pretty decent impression, yeah.
Yep.
It's better than the one our buddy Tyler did. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was phenomenal. But Jim Carrey's an amazing actor, so what are you gonna do? He's an
Yeah.
amazing actor.
That's true. That's
Jim
true.
Carrey. You know what another movie Jim Carrey was in?
What's that?
Mr. Popper's Penguins.
Oh, that's it too. That one as well.
That's a good movie.
No, that's one I've seen. Yeah.
Oh no, Sonic.
What?
I haven't seen that one.
Sonic. Oh, you've
No,
seen
I-
Sonic, right, Robert?
I've not heard of that.
It connects with the freaking Batman movie.
No, it doesn't.
It does. Well, Sonic.
I don't remember.
It takes
much,
place in
but
the movie
those-
San
That's
Francisco.
two different
The
universes.
Riddler.
Your studio has confirmed that it does connect.
Yeah, our fact
You
checker.
look like a fool right now.
How?
He's a fact checker, man. He knew all this shit about George Washington before we even came in, bro. He's a fucking expert.
Man.
Just goes to show you, everybody, that takes one to know one. So Robert Pattinson is. So what's your deal with Batman?
How do you play Batman?
Well, as you know, I've been recasted. Jim Carrey's taken the role, but when
right.
I was acting in the role, I kind of show up. I couldn't be British.
I guess not.
Bit of a down.
Downgrade.
Yeah.
They could have made Gotham a neighborhood in London.
They could have, yeah. That's what I proposed. Right when I got there in the studio, they said, "Robert,
The movie's been
you're
written.
not Robert. The movie's been out. Jim Carrey took your role like
Well,
months ago."
I would
I
actually.
said, I'm sorry,
I've got.
but I'd really appreciate it, if maybe you could make Jim the Riddler and have me, kiss him a little bit here and there.
What did they say?
They were already dragging me out the door, so I don't quite remember.
I've got a question, Rob.
I was
I'm
far
sorry.
away from the studio producer. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got a question for you, man. We actually, on Podcast Minute Talk Show, we have a script from the movie. I would love to do a read through, just a couple lines, just to hear
really?
how you
Really?
do
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Batman
yeah.
voice.
All right.
All right, ready? So I'm a commissioner. What's his name?
Gordon.
Gordon.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
where are
reading
my-
it on here,
where
but
are
I
my
bad
lines?
read. Well, here you can read off of the same lines. This is the same script. So, Commissioner Gordon, and then my lines, and then it says Batman when it's, and then it says your lines right under it.
Okay. I don't really have my reading glasses.
Well, you probably should know it, right? Or just ad lib. Just go for it. You know what? I'll read it. You just ad lib. Best Batman.
yeah.
But I want to hear the Batman voice. I want to hear you as Batman.
yeah.
All right. I'm Commissioner Gordon now.
Me.
Interior Commissioner Gordon office.
Those aren't lines. Those are screen directions.
Yeah, I'm going to read the screen directions as well. Night. Commissioner Gordon is in his office. It is nighttime. Who wrote this? It's fucking awful. I mean, sorry. Commissioner Gordon is in his office. It's the interior of it, and it's nighttime.
All right.
Batman is there. Commissioner Gordon, hey, Batman, we need your help.
Oh, who can I be?
You're not in this.
Can I be?
There's two people in the scene.
give him a role.
Can I be Dracula?
There's no.
Can you hang out in the background? Yeah. In the
Fine.
shadow?
Dracula can be. I'll write it. Well, you can. I'm sure. Just ad lib it. All right.
All right, yeah,
Just roll with it. All right.
Okay.
Batman, we need your help.
No, can you do the screen directions again?
Oh yes.
I forget
Interior
kinda where we
Commissioner
are.
Gordon's office. Night.
Thank
It
you.
is currently
Yeah.
nighttime. We're in the interior of Commissioner Gordon's office,
Right.
and he is there with Batman.
Okay, yeah.
Commissioner Gordon, Batman, we need your help.
Yeah, what's up, Gordon?
Yes, we need you to stop the Riddler.
You mean Jim? Okay, I think I can track him down. Yeah.
How quickly can you track him down?
Well,
How quickly? How well do you know him?
got-
This is important. If you have some sort of connection, then this will really help us.
I know him quite well. If you got a rag, I can sniff him, track him down pretty easy, like a bloodhound.
Weirdly, these are word for word. He's getting them all right, even though
Wow, yeah.
you really did take your time with this role.
Yeah, I guess in my subconscious, I did remember some of the lines.
Hold on, let me read some more. Commissioner Gordon's next line is, "Hey, Batman, that's great. I'm glad we wrapped that up. Quick question, who is that in the corner with those weird pointy teeth?"
Oh my, let's find out.
Hello.
Who are you?
Well, wouldn't you like to know?
I would. That's why I'm asking.
You look like a bat.
Hey, this guy looks like a fat Dracula.
Yes. No, I'm very skinny.
No, you look real fat, man. I've got these cookies on my I'm reading the lines. I've got these cookies on my desk. Do you want any Rob or anybody in the room? Maybe this fat Dracula guy?
I think I'll pass.
Very well, I'll have a cookie.
I don't really like how you said it.
Yeah.
Do you want to join the U.S. Armed Forces as well? Or I see.
Wow,
I
this
see on
is
his
weird,
it
what
says
you're
on the,
saying.
well, it says in the lines. I see from his badges that are also on his Dracula outfit that he
Yes.
is a Navy World War Armed Forces veteran.
I'm a peacetime veteran. I did not fight in wartime.
Anyway, fat guy, do you want a cookie?
Navy, I'll have one cookie.
Guys, another classic, a banger joke.
Yeah.
Here on Podcast
yes.
Minute Talk Show and scene. So I'm really excited for your interpretation of Batman.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well, besides the fact that you're not actually in it,
Wow.
why else are you not excited about it?
There's not enough scenes of me, making love to Jim on the screen. It's kind of unfortunate.
I think they'd have trouble putting that in.
I don't see how.
Even if it was rated R, I think they would have trouble putting that in.
No, I think they could dance around the producers.
It doesn't sound like
Production
borderline
society.
porn. It sounds like porn.
No, if it was rated R,
Nah.
they could put it in.
Can you just make a whole porno and just call it rated
Well,
R?
it
You can have sex scenes.
It
and
don't
stuff.
count if it's between two men.
Yeah, but to me, he's
Those are the
describing
rules, those are the
just not sex scenes, no plot, just sex.
It's love making.
I don't think that's a
Exactly.
movie.
Sex is just such
50 Shades of Grey had a plot. Yes, it did.
I don't know.
Have you watched 50 Shades of Grey?
It's a Twilight fan fiction.
Yeah.
So and it's like terribly written.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
It's
still had a plot.
I guess I
More
guess.
than a straight him making love to Jim Carrey
I guess
multiple
but,
times.
But at least there's a quite
Well,
a
which would you rather see on screen?
I would rather watch 50 Shades of Grey than watch you fuck Jim Carrey for hours.
wow.
Wow. Homophobe.
So he is gay.
up.
So he's gay.
Well, no.
Doesn't have to be gay. What you're
To be
honing it-
homophobic, the person has to be gay that you're being homophobic
it's
towards.
two men making love to each other. Of course, it'd be considered homosexual in the moment, but that doesn't. I could be bi.
If you're doing homosexual, yeah, but if you're bi, you're also gay. That still falls
No, I
under
don't think
the LGBT.
you're. No, you're still. I mean, I guess you're. But
You're
you're
on the
bi.
spectrum.
Though. But you're bi. You're
You're
not.
on the spectrum.
It's not gay though.
You're on the spectrum.
Yeah, sexuality is a spectrum.
You're on the LGBT spectrum. And people
Okay,
just use
yeah.
gay, like lesbians are like, I'm gay. Like people just use gay as kind of like
All
the
right.
everything word.
Yes, they do.
Why are you back in Dracula?
Back in what? You should know a lot about Dracula shit, man. I mean, you played a vampire. Didn't you have to study them? Didn't you have to go to Transylvania and like do method acting research?
Yeah, I went to community college, Transylvania.
Wow.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's 12 years just for the role.
It took you 12 years to get through community college?
Yeah, I had to retake, acting one a couple times.
Where's Transylvania?
It's made up.
It's made up?
No, it's real.
No, it's real.
I went there.
Transylvania's made up. They went to it in Wizard of Waverly Place, man. It can't be made up.
Okay, yeah.
Transylvania's actually made up? Where's it supposed to take place then? Where's it supposed to be?
What is supposed to take place?
Where is Transylvania supposed to be located on the globe?
Romania.
Yeah.
I think they got community colleges in Romania.
Transylvania is a real place.
It's an amusement
Well,
park. It's
I
an
don't really
amusement
know.
park.
I knew it. It was too specific not to be made up. You could not make up something that good.
Oh, something
Transylvania?
Too
That's-
specific, like having
no-
sex with Jim Carrey.
What?
Are you implying that I've made that up?
No, I'm saying that's too specific. So
It's too
so
specific
that's
to what?
definitely real.
Oh,
Transylvania actually has a population of 6.7 million people.
Oh my god,
One of them was you, man.
that many vampires?
Are they all vampires in Transylvania?
Well, no,
I guess that's kind of racist.
some of my professors were vampires here and there. It was hard during the Zoom call meetings. They'd always turn up invisible on camera, so I couldn't really see what they were doing.
I can't help but notice that Twilight came out, over 10 years ago, and you spent 12 years in community college getting ready for Twilight, and you're using Zoom.
Yeah, it was around back then. It's just popular now. That's it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what else was I had a question, but
Ooh, one of the vampire's classic tricks is hypnotism.
before I even get
Pick
into
that
it,
up real well,
I'm gonna have to
yeah.
reveal something, man.
Yeah, what's
I'm
up?
not even gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
But there is something I am gonna do. I'm gonna invite you to something.
Okay.
I'm gonna invite you to participate in this week's fake sponsors. That's right, everybody. We don't have sponsors. That's what I meant to say. We don't have sponsors.
Yes,
the
but
podcast isn't
we're
big enough,
getting
but
them.
someday we will have them. We swear. And we don't want you guys to be like, oh, they sold out, because we love the idea of selling out, but we hate the idea of you thinking we're sellouts. So we're doing fake sponsors now so that you don't say it. You're used to it, and we never sold out because we always sold out. Do you want to give anyone?
Yeah, this episode's sponsored by my philosophy teacher, Vlad. Really did an excellent job, raising me up, teaching me all the specifics about Aristotle or whatever. I don't really remember much about it, but
Yeah, we wouldn't expect
cool
you to.
guy, yeah.
This week's episode is also sponsored by. Hold on, I have it written down.
Yeah, pull it up. Go
Oh,
ahead,
shit.
Just ruffle the papers right into
That's
the
weird.
microphone.
The
But that
digital
sounds really
age.
Wait,
good.
that's weird.
Still writing
Yeah,
shit
that paper
down.
is
No,
blank
I
that
have
you're
I have
looking at
Vlad
right
as
now.
well.
Really, yeah? Vlad?
Yeah, not for the same reasons, but
Is it invisible ink? Because I don't even see it on that paper. That's weird.
it's not invisible ink. It's ink.
Oh,
I don't know how you don't see it.
Yeah, I just don't see it at all. I think that paper.
Earlier you said you can't read anything with
just
your.
lying.
Well, earlier you said
Well,
you
I
can't
said
read
I had
it.
problems reading stuff.
Oh,
but,
so it works to your benefit, huh?
I can still.
It works to
clearly-
your benefit?
I
No,
can
that's not how it
still-
works.
I can still clearly see that
No.
there's writing on this paper and none on that. But anyway, go on. I guess whatever.
You kind of ran
No,
through my
no,
sponsor
what's
time, so-
Vlad's last name,
I
then?
wish I could go into it, man.
Oh,
but I
if
don't
you're
have
so
any time.
close with Vlad, then tell me what his last name is.
I don't need to tell you. I don't need to prove my relationship
yeah,
with Vlad. It's
that's
just a
what I
great
thought.
relationship,
No,
and
it's
he
good,
talks
yeah.
about you sometimes. Not good
It's
things.
the Impaler, but whatever.
Vlad
Sean,
the
you
Impaler.
want to go off with your sponsor?
Well, I can't think of one either, so I'm just this episode was sponsored by Vlad.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he do for you?
Oh, he's a pen pal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What you guys talk
When I was in prison and he was a little kid, he used to write me all the time.
Wow.
I send him
What
my
a guy.
toenails.
You learn something new about him every day. Yeah.
Well,
Well, what?
what's the next sponsor?
Well, I prepare one. I expect you guys in charge of this whole thing to at least prepare one or two. But you just piggyback off of my sponsor.
Well, I feel like I'm not going to be able to get through one without you interrupting me, so I just scrapped all mine for
hold
this
off.
week.
Hold off.
Oh, it's too late now, man. I'm running out of time. We only
You're
have
talking
30
to someone with memory loss right here, right now.
memory loss and rude manners. Yeah, I'm talking to him. I'm looking at him.
Wow. Must be a mirror.
This episode of podcast.
Mirror. Must be a fucking mirror.
This episode,
Amir Van, dude?
No.
Amir Van from Brockhampton.
Yeah,
You
you're
talk
the
to that
rude
guy?
one.
He's
You're
back
the
on his
fucking
feet.
rude
He's
one.
back
Look
on
at
his
this
feet.
shit.
All right, man. There's a difference between being rude
Sean, what were you saying?
and disrespecting women.
this episode of
I
Podcast
hate
Minute Talk
women.
Show is brought to you by ghosts. If ghosts are real, then there's definitely fucking ghosts in dinosaur times, and that's sick.
Oh shit.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to our sponsors. We love telling them. I didn't. Robert Pattinson kept interrupting me like an a-hole, an asshole. I'll say it. But
It's Pattinson.
fortunately, it's time for Pattinson to go.
I might not remember how to get hard, but I remember my last name.
Paddington, Robert Paddington.
Nope, that's
Words
not
So
to
we
live
will
by.
be seeing you guys in una momento. Welcome back, everybody. Thankfully, Robert Paddington is gone. Tyler, you missed it. This guy,
Really?
yeah, he was freaking. Well, he was a douche, and he was gay. It feels like there's no reason to mention the gay thing, but if you were there, it was pretty deep topic.
Okay. I don't think that's something to judge a person by, but
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Sure.
Not on being gay,
No, yeah, I get it. Dude.
but
A
on
person
wanting
like
to have
you
gay
saying that sort of
porn
thing,
as a full movie and call it
making
Batman.
You know, making it apparent in a person. Yeah, I get that come from you.
So,
Yeah, it sucks that Sean had to drive him home though.
yeah.
Yeah.
In case anybody was wondering why they're not hearing Sean's voice, he's currently in the car with Robert. Robert did not know how to get home. He got lost right away. He came back up.
He said, "I only know UK directions."
Yeah.
It's like, how did you even get over here?
Yeah, no, he was crying. Like, you know, when you find a little girl at the, I don't know, fucking Walmart and she's lost. And,
How frequently does that sort of thing
Yeah,
happen to you?
dude, like all the time, man. You never just like walking through Walmart and all of a sudden there's a little girl crying and she's like, I can't find my mom. And she also might be possessed. You can't really tell. It's kind of like a weird situation. And why does it keep happening every time? So you just run. And also no one else around. All the lights went dim.
And the hallways keep stretching
The
longer.
whole-
and longer
yeah.
and
They keep.
longer.
And the farther I run,
And then you wake up.
yeah, no, that's happened to me loads of times. Oh, and you're just in a. And what is that?
And your pants are full.
What is that
Oh
called?
my
What is that
God.
called, bro? When you're when you're like when you glitch out of the fucking the wall,
The back rooms.
the
or
back
whatever?
rooms get. You ever glitch out of your wall and you're in the back rooms of your house or building and it's just the secret. What is it? Freaking. Can we explain the back rooms? I don't know.
It's just like I forget what this. I think it's like liminal space is the term for it, where it's just like large empty spaces that don't feel like they should be real almost. I don't know. It's weird. But there's like a psychological fucking phenomena behind it. But anyway,
I'm a psychic, so.
It'd be cool
Really,
if you
yeah?
guys had like a fact checker to verify this stuff.
Hey, Kyle.
I'm-
Wait, are you the
you
same
can-
guy? I've only ever
Colin,
heard your voice, so.
I know you're sitting here in the chair next to us in the big seat, but you can still look up shit.
Yeah, just start
I can't do it
facting.
on camera.
Just
It's
start
embarrassing.
facting, dude.
Well, then hold it under
They're
the
gonna
table.
they're gonna know my process.
Get some
Well,
facts.
just hold it under the table so no one knows.
Guys.
They'll think you're jerking
Dave,
off.
put the
but
camera.
dude,
Dave, turn that camera right under the table, man. We need to see that shit. Yeah, no, we want to see just a shot of Colin looking shit up. We gotta reveal his process to the world. I know it's probably impossible to get from that angle, but if anyone can do it, you can.
All right. Yeah, no, this is just saying Tyler was talking about a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
You're nonsensical, bro.
Yeah, I guess one would say.
I would hate to be diagnosed with nonsensicality.
Dumbass disease.
Yeah, you look kind of dumb.
Yeah.
24/7.
yeah.
Well,
I also
not
just
really.
Can't hear. That's why they call me dumb.
Not really. Not
Or
really,
wait,
man.
no, dumb is a term when you can't really speak properly. That's my bad. Because of like deafness.
I've been trying to get lucid.
Why? Like lucid dreams?
No, man.
Or are you trying to do like reality bending shit and
I'm trying to be
real-
lucid.
I don't know what that means.
Honestly, I don't know what it means either. I kind of just chose the word and went with it.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. My mom left me in a PetSmart on purpose once.
Why?
Did she swap you out with one of the cats in the back?
No, it was she was checking out and I was looking at the fish and she called me once and I didn't listen. She wanted to teach me a lesson, so she got in the car and drove away.
Damn.
Well, what happened? Did you just stay?
Well, I didn't have a phone at the time.
Well, I live there now, Aiden. How do you think it went?
I was like 6.
Did you live with the fish or work at PetSmart?
They hired him on the spot.
Well, I mean,
no, they didn't
it's usually
hire
one of
me.
the two at PetSmart.
They didn't hire me. I had to pay down my debt.
What was your debt? Not listening to your mom?
Dude,
No,
he
Or
owes a
not
lot.
hearing your mom?
Well, because, I was there, I panicked, my survival instincts kicked in, I found the first source of food and water I could, and I took advantage of as much of it as possible. Turns out you can't just eat all of the lizards at PetSmart.
How many did you get through before they noticed?
I'm assuming.
They're pretty small, so I think I was somewhere in the low teens. I don't remember
Damn.
exactly. It was a while ago.
Speaking of small,
Damn.
that movie Smallfoot.
What?
Y'all seen that one?
No.
Neither have I.
With LeBron James.
LeBron James in Smallfoot? Does he play this foot?
I'm pretty sure he's like
The main guy?
Yeah, the main voice actor.
Is Kevin Hart in that too? I feel like he is.
Probably. I feel like they just got a ton of celebrities for a real dumb movie.
Oh, it was Channing. Wasn't it Channing Tatum?
Speaking of LeBron James, this brings me to my next segment, my favorite segment, 6 Degrees to 1 Minute Talk Show. Guys, I have created a new game. It's epic. We're not going to play it because you can't really play it because it's really hard. But if you've ever played 6 Degrees with Kevin Bacon, it's like that, except I got to do a lot of research. But I can connect anybody to 1 Minute Talk Show because we've interviewed enough guests.
The rules are you start with a person and then bring them, connect them through either similar roles.
Through other people they've
yeah.
worked with in media.
So in the situation where it's what is it, 6?
Give me LeBron James, bro.
Okay.
I already got it.
Yeah, you already have one down for one.
LeBron James. I'm only going to be giving out the ones I did research on. I can't come up with this on the spot.
Yeah.
But LeBron James has played against Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving was in Uncle Drew with Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa featured on the remix of Bad Boy by Baby No Money. And Baby No Money was on 1 Minute Talk Show. But my favorite is George R.R. Martin,
Yeah.
the writer of Game of Thrones, people who don't know.
Yeah.
George R.R. Martin also wrote Season 2, Episode 1 of The Twilight Zone, which is directed by Jim McBride. Jim McBride directed The Big Easy, written by Daniel Pietri. Daniel Pietri produced Turner and Hooch, starring Tom Hanks, who was in Forrest Gump with Haley Joel Osment, who was in Future Man with Seth Rogen, who wrote The Watch, starring Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller was in The Ben Stiller Show with Andy Dick. Andy Dick was in Who's Trying to Get Lemon Laid with Churdleys, and Churdleys was on 1 Minute Talk Show. Boom. It's not in 6 Degrees anymore. I mostly just took that because 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, but it's however many degrees we can get. I like the most amount of degrees, personally.
Yeah, I can get 0. My body temperature has dropped below nominal values, and I think my heart probably stopped. So I'm not pumping blood anymore. I'm getting no degrees.
Oh, dude, I'm getting degrees left and right, man. A fucking psychology degree I got, a fucking lobotomy degree I got all that shit, bro.
I don't think you got a degree in lobotomy. But
Yeah, dude,
okay,
I got a full degree. Well, you know what happened was my head game was so good, they just gave me the degree in lobotomy because my head game was that solid.
That's awesome.
That's something that Tyler wouldn't know anything about.
God, no.
Sorry,
I
man.
don't even know what that means.
Okay, so basically when you're eating out a girl,
When you're
giving her
making
head.
a salad.
Why would you eat a girl?
Yeah, when you're making a salad.
Why would you eat another
you're making a
person?
salad.
That's
Sexual
really fucked
pleasure.
up. I don't get any.
Cunnilingus.
No, I don't
or
get any
something.
pleasure out of eating someone.
I don't use that word.
Cunnilingus?
Yeah, I don't use that word. I just say,
so you're
I'm gonna
making
eat
a
you out
salad.
like,
Use a
like
fork.
turkey dinner.
You eating her with a fork and knife?
You're making
God
you're,
damn.
You're making a salad to get vitamins. Got it.
I
Got it.
kind of,
Hey.
I never make a salad.
What's
really. I
the
just
best
buy it
part
from the store
of
in
the
the
salad?
package.
It's the lettuce. And if
Tomatoes.
you don't prepare it properly, that's gonna be a shitty salad. You can put whatever you can. What?
Dave said tossing it.
For
Dave.
those of you unaware, David referred to the act of tossing someone's salad, which is to eat their asshole.
Nice.
Tyler, question.
Yeah, what's
How
up?
often you ate ass?
Never.
You're missing out, pal.
I mean,
No, I've never eaten ass, everybody listening at home. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but I don't think I'm ready, and I don't know if I ever will be. I hope not at this point. But who knows, man? I can't speak for future me. Things could change. Maybe it turns out it's awesome. Ooh, I hope not. But
Yeah, donkey's just not a real fatty meat, so I don't think it'll break down very well. It'll probably just end up being tough and dry.
I'm more of a Democrat, so. Are Democrats the donkeys?
Democrats don't.
Oh, I'm more of a Republican.
I mean, yeah.
I'm an elephant. I'm more of an
Yeah,
elephant
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
My elephant-sized cock, I just throw it right in. I don't eat her out. I don't do foreplay. Yeah. So now that we're back onto the sex.
Yeah, I just hit women. That's it. That's how I get my gratification. And then
Really? Like in the DMs?
no, like physical abuse.
I don't get it.
So you're
Lots
so
of
you're like
charges.
I don't know what you
Lots of
physically
charges
you
of,
hit
like,
her
battery
DMs up.
and
you're like a
domestic
Sam
abuse.
you're like a Sam Little type.
I don't know who that is, but he sounds kind of small and weak. So no, I'd say no.
He murdered like 90 people
Oh, you
over the
said-
course of 3 decades.
Doesn't sound that weak to me,
shit.
man.
Purely by strangulation.
I want to be a
shit.
Sam Middle type, bro. That sounds
Sam Little.
Sam Little. He sounds pretty weak to me, man. What's that guy ever done? Oh
What's
yeah.
that?
Huh? No, Sam Little isn't the same as the Golden State Killer.
Our camera
I
guy
don't
Dave
think
asked
so.
if he was the Golden State Killer. Dave, why don't you just sit on Colin's mic? Let's get Dave on Colin's mic.
Oh
man.
shit!
This is the type of useless
Whoa,
shit my
whoa.
criminologist girlfriend would know.
I won't say useless. You know, it's cool for case studies and stuff. And I think you should, you know, respect your love interests.
All right,
interests.
Dave. Dave is now on the mic. I've turned it up.
Oh, you
Hello,
turned the mic
Dave.
on?
Yeah.
Hello.
Guys.
Are you getting levels? Can we actually hear you?
Yeah. No,
Speak
I
into
turned it up.
Dave.
I turned it up.
I
You
know. I
don't
just want to be sure.
Hello.
I'm seeing
Yeah,
the
we are
levels.
getting-
Yeah.
Nice.
Yay,
Nice.
Dave's on the podcast.
All right,
for
we
the
have
first time ever.
our camera guy Dave is now on the podcast, so we are now switching it up. Dave Minute Podcast, Minute Talk Show. All things Dave, only David. Dave.
How's
How's
the
Davin?
basketball?
How's Davin around? He plays basketball sometimes.
Basketball's been okay. You know, moving up here, there's feels like not as many good players. And maybe it's because I don't know anybody.
Competition's not that
Competition is not very
Yeah.
good up here. Dave says he can take anybody who goes his way. He will beat you or he'll give you
Did not say
$1,000.
good. At least in North Jersey. At least in North
Diggity.
Jersey.
Yeah, anybody whoever even lived here before, like Kyrie Irving, I could kick his ass.
J.R.
Kyrie
Like
Irving,
no
yeah.
problem. J.R. Smith, easy peasy. Like there's just a long list of unique basketball
Fucking-
players that
Okay.
came out in North
Windmill
Jersey
and
that
all
I
that,
could
no
beat.
problem.
Dave, okay, we know that you could kick Kyrie Irving's ass, but could
Without
you eat
question.
his ass is what the viewers, listeners really want to know.
That's a tough question.
What are you thinking?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Well, wait, but
Well, that's...
It'd be hard to get through.
We
I
actually
think.
have Kyrie Irving behind the
know?
curtains right now, and we're gonna have you eat his ass. Try to eat his ass live on the podcast. Since you're in the spot where people can't see, all we'll be able to do is hear it. But why don't you see Kyrie Irving is clearly right next to you? Eat out his
David,
ass.
Shaquille O'Neal is.
I'm not.
He's
I'm
spreading
not
his cheeks
continuing
right.
up this.
They're right next to your face. He's
Oh
spreading
my God,
his
they're
cheeks.
so wide.
Kyrie, since he's not Michael.
Kyrie Irving.
Holy
What's
crap!
good?
I've never seen a bigger asshole.
Yeah, Dave,
Oh,
go ahead.
Eat up.
Dig on in.
Like, I could
Whoa,
fit my
Dave,
head
what
in
the
there.
Fuck?
You could try fitting your head.
Holy
in there.
shit, he's fitting his whole
Holy
head in there.
shit.
Him and
Whoa.
DeAndre Jordan must be friends.
He got his mic in there too. Dave,
That's crazy, Dave.
This episode has taken a weird turn.
weird maybe, but amazing definitely.
Yeah.
We have got the first podcast to eat ass live on the podcast. No other. We got a plaque for that as well.
Eating
No, I
NBA
think,
players' ass.
I think Adam 22 might have took that.
Adam
from us.
22 did take that, or him, or
He definitely
No,
has
that's why we
eaten
gotta
ass
specify
on
and-
either video or on podcast before.
Joe Rogan.
His
He
wife's
talks
like a
shit
porn
all the
star.
time.
Yeah,
He spews shit all the time, bro.
right out of his cornhole.
Yeah. His mouth must be. He must eat ass all the time, or else he wouldn't fucking talk so much bullshit. You know.
Yeah.
Doom. I've never listened to a Joe Rogan podcast, but Joe Rogan, you just got dissed.
You've never listened to the Joe Rogan podcast?
Not once in my life. Is it good?
It's okay.
Really?
Some episodes are better than others.
Is it? Isn't he?
Depends who he has
Isn't
on.
he crazy?
He's not really that crazy,
The
but
episode where
he definitely does get some crazy guests on.
yeah, like Elon Musk, he smoked weed with him.
Well,
We
like
could get
Alex,
Elon Musk.
like Alex Jones, like Infowars guy.
I love
You
Alex.
remember,
Who's Alex
Jones.
Jones? Is he bad?
you
He's
remember
the
him?
frogs gay guy,
yeah.
you know.
Obama's term.
Oh, that's who I thought I was talking about for a second. Alex Jones is the crazy guy. Joe Rogan, I was confusing. with.
No,
Rogan's a
he's like the
podcast
stand-up comedian. He's like friends with Bill Burr and Tom Segura and stuff.
Why isn't he friends with us? We're New York City comedians too. We're on the same level as
they're-
Bill
they're
Burr
all-
and
they're-
Tom Segura.
They're all L.A. comedians. Different
Oh,
coasts.
that makes a lot of sense because we're friends with a lot of the New York comedians,
Yeah,
like
like-
you know, Jerry
like-
Seinfeld and
Biggie and Jay-Z.
Jay Z, all those comedians.
Yeah, all those.
Yeah, we
those
were-
big,
It's a shame what happened to Biggie. You know,
yeah, we're not too close with like.
he quit
set
comedy
up
and started
Snoop
rapping.
Dogg and
We
then
were
he
set
died.
up for his comedians getting coffee
Comedians.
thing, but none of us like coffee, so we turned him down.
He drives like a fucking maniac. So no, thank you, sir.
Some of the cars are so little. Ugh, I can't fit.
Just like my boy, whatever, Sam Little. Jerry Seinfeld reminds me so much of him, doesn't he? I mean, the little cars, the choking people out. Oh my God, he's just like him. Did you guys know Jerry Seinfeld when he was in his, I don't know, late 30s, early 40s, something like that? His girlfriend for like years was, I mean, she grew, but she was 19 years old.
Okay.
For years, she was 19 years old.
No, she grew. I clarified.
From 1996 to 1999, she was 19.
Well, the thing about vampires is they don't age.
Yeah, exactly.
Kristen Dunst, she's stuck as a little girl forever. You seen that movie?
No.
So they're all vampires, but Kristen Dunst was like turned into a vampire when she was like 8. So she's a little girl.
lame.
So she's like, I'm stuck. She's like 1,000 years old. But
Whatever,
she's-
but like vampires
she can never fuck,
dude.
dude.
Vampires have like magic and shit. They could totally make themselves just like look older at least.
Then
Yeah,
why
I
didn't
don't
Kristen
fucking know.
Dunst do that?
Cause bad world building. I don't fucking know.
Because it
Yeah.
wasn't your preference. It's bad world building.
Yeah, because they limited. I mean, they limited themselves to make a good story. I guess I don't even know. I haven't watched. That's probably kind of weird. But
You've hit my limit, pal. Talking about this bad world building bullshit.
Yeah, you hit his G spot.
You hit my
Go off spot.
Speaking of G spots, guys, live on this podcast, we actually have Tana Mojo, and we're gonna see if Dave can get to reach her G spot before the episode ends.
Wallace's head is still.
She requested this,
inside
by the
of-
way. She requested us to do this. We did not want to. We pushed the Kyrie Irving thing. He wasn't totally on board, although Dave's head is still in his ass. So
In fact, she blackmailed us. Like, if we told you what she had on us,
but Dave, do you think you could grab your head and mic out of your Kyrie Irving's ass so you could get Tana Mojo's G spot and find it? Okay, his head is popped out of Kyrie Irving's ass.
I'm out now, okay?
All right, now Tana on to. Now, weirdly enough, Tana Mojo, she's gesturing to you not to go through, the normal way, but she's pointing towards her mouth, like she wants you to go in from the scenic route. But if anybody slays Poon enough to do it, it's you, Dave.
I guess I'll give, my attempt to it.
All right, let's see it. Holy shit!
she's unhooking her jaw.
Holy shit! I didn't know
Oh
she
my
could.
God.
Tana, if you could hear me, or if you were human, you'd be amazing. Holy shit!
There's other people inside of her.
Dave, you're in there with the mic.
Somebody help me, dude.
Who else is in there, man? I can't even see you anymore.
I wish I didn't.
It's not even like she vored him. It's like he's just disappeared or something.
I wish I didn't have to
this is
bear
like-
witness to this.
Where the wild place?
Why,
I need
where the
help.
wild
I need
things
help.
are.
Can you climb back out?
We already talked about this on a podcast. We can't do it again.
Guys, unfortunately for us, Dave is stuck in Tana. Tana is walking towards the elevator, so I think she's leaving. Dave is still mic'd up, so we can hear him, but we cannot see him.
She's actually taking the steps.
Oh yeah, she's
It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
All right, guys, we need to pry him out or something. We loved having you here, and we would love to go into more asses during the next podcast. That's why Dave never will leave us, because we always have him for that. I'm Aiden.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Colin.
I'm Dave, stuck inside of Tanamanga.
How many flights do you think she's down right now, man?
Probably one. She's super slow.
Yeah, she is slow. Anyway, let's what, man?